Hi guys, it's Belle here and I'm back with week 15 of the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge. If you don't know what this challenge is, Margarete Miller creates prompts to use weekly throughout the whole year. She gives you 5 prompts and then a bonus one so that you can swap out one of the main prompts for the bonus if you don't have something. I like to do all 6. I know a lot of people like to try and do all 6 if they can. It's a, add that extra bit of challenge to it. I will leave the links down below to Margarete Miller's YouTube channel and to her Etsy shop where you can buy the prompts in different ways. I think she actually made a journal that had all the prompts in. I don't know if that's still available. And I decided to buy the digital prompts because 1, I'm in the UK, and 2, I wanted to make my own journal to collage in. So I bought the digital prompts and then you just download them and print them out. As you can see, we are on week 15, guys. So let's get started. Week 14, we did this page. And I just wanted to show you, I was playing around with what I wanted to add to the top of this ribbon. I couldn't figure something out. And I ended up just stitching some lace and green sari silk together and then putting that on top. And I think that works really well because the green picks up the green in the other places. And then the white lace is just really pretty. So firstly, before we get started, I wanted to show you this. So I was decluttering some boxes in my attic and I came across like some of my memory boxes that I went through and I ended up finding this. I probably created this when I was about 12 years old. So technically this is vintage now. And it's just a exercise book that many of us would have used at school. It's got lots of things in there that I drew, wrote, did all sorts of things. But the reason I wanted to share it with you is because it has a very basic collage on the front and on the back. I'd obviously gone through magazines. I can remember I used to make mixtapes and you could get the blank outer cassette tape holder, and I would collage lots of images that I found and then make a cover for my mixtape. And in the back here, there's even a Madonna collage. So look, even like 12-year-old me was collaging. And the other thing I wanted to do with this, as there's some spare papers, I mean, this is super old. Look how like yummy the color of this paper is. I'm actually going to take a page out of the middle that hasn't been used. I'm taking it out the middle so none of the other pages. Just look at the yummy discoloration. I mean, this is over 30 years old now. So, I'm going to put that away. And it's just a way to remember that as well, because one of the prompts for this week was lines. So let's go through the prompts. A postmark or cancellation mark. So I pulled out of my stamp stash. Let's find them all now. Some of these stamps. So they're postmarks. I've got a whole different collection of them. These ones were sent more recently. These are a bit more older from my stash. And they work really well because, again, like I said, one of the other prompts is lines. These have wavy lines on them. We have lines there. I also have loads of little scraps with lines on that I probably won't use because I've got the page, but there we go. So postmark, lines, text or quote. Now I've been wanting to use this quote in several of my collages. If you've been following me, I think I've pulled this out for at least 3 that I wanted to use it in. I'm actually going to use it. So that is my text and quote. Lines done. Encyclopedia. I have some vintage encyclopedias. This one is older than this one. This I think is from the 40s or something like that. This is more from the 60s, I think. And the reason I like this one is because it also says a piece of decorative napkin. I pulled 2 out that I wanted to use, and I think I'm going to end up using this fox one, and this actually has about fox on it on the encyclopedia page. And then bonus, a name. We're going to stamp out a name. I've also got a few other little bits and bobs that I'll possibly add to the page. So, where's all my glues? It would really help if I had all my glues, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's get started. So this is the page we're working on. It's a small page like it was here. But as you can see, even though it's smaller, you can still get a really good collage on here. And again, I'm probably going to try and leave the black lines. Now, if I want to use this one, there's quite a few foxes on this napkin. They're super cute down there. But I think I want to use him because my quote talks about once you change the way you see the world, you can change the world you see. And I like the fact that he's looking. So yeah, this one works for several reasons. Let's try and get the backing off. I know sometimes you can do it like this. And then, hold on, I need to be able to see. Put it off. Is there another layer? I think there is. Yeah, there it is. Let's pull it off. Start with the fiddliest job, yeah? So, let's pull him off just that bit because I'm just going to pull it off. The actual. Now normally I would use Mod Podge or something on here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to. So there's our little cutie, a little cutie patootie. Let's move these over here now because I'm not going to use those. And I kind of wanted him here, and I might leave some more of the napkin just because I like the speckled on there. So let's leave a little bit of it with the speckly pieces. Let's neaten this up a little bit. Oh no, I've lost part of his ear. That's okay. That'll stick back on. That's okay, I can fix that. This is why it's better to use a water brush, guys, than just start ripping. But that's okay. So I want him there. I'm thinking of using part of the lines. This is so yummy and discoloured. It was so fun going through the memory boxes and just finding things that I'd forgotten about. I think I just kind of wanted to put it in the background. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rip it here. Actually, let's rip the top bit off. I just came across that and I thought I'd got rid of most of my, you know, things like that. But oh, I found that one. I was obviously really into hats. That was obviously a big fashion statement because one, there's lots of girls wearing hats, so they must have been in the magazines. And two, most of the collages, other than the Madonna one, involves girls in hats. I still like hats, actually. Right, so I kind of want to put this all across the background, just to have it in the background. Where is my book? Where is my book? Hold on, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so for some reason I cannot find my glue. Oh, found it. I always say that and then I find it. Found my glue book. So let's glue this down here. So yeah, I've been wanting to use that quote. I think everything in the world, the last few years, I just think we do have to look at what we're doing as a world, as a population, as a society, as a species. I've always felt like that anyway, but particularly the last few years, and have just shown that we're still not doing good enough. as a species. And yeah, just think if we change the way we view things, maybe the world would be a better place. But anyway, this is not the place to get philosophical. It is the craft space. Okay, so it's a bit lumpy on the other side because obviously I used paints and inks on the other side, but that's fine. So that's down now. And yeah, where's our little fox guy? I wanted him on, and then the lines show through him. I've also got, I had some of this actually. My daughter brought me some flowers and they had this beautiful wrapping on them. And I was wondering if I'd be able to use like part of that. It doesn't rip very easily, but I was wondering, like I don't even know what you'd glue it down with. Oh, see, that looks so pretty against there, doesn't it? Still got the encyclopedia to add. Right, let's do the encyclopedia first. Might use the bit about fox down here. Okay, and I want to keep that image, so I'm going to be careful with how I tear. Cute little foxes. And then let's do the edge a little bit, even though that's a yummy discoloured edge too. Again, no real plans for this one. Just got some bits out and decided I want to have a go and do some things and try some things and whatever else. So let's put this down. And then we've got the bit about the fox. Maybe ink it a little bit. I've got this bit about the fox that could go under here, and then the fox would go on top like so, or over a bit more. Really got to fix his ear. I suppose it doesn't matter actually. I'm just going to turn that off. He's been in the wars, this little fox, and he's lost the tip of his ear, and that's okay. So like that. And then I do have this paper that I quite liked, but I do really like this. I do. Let's sort of cut some of this out. I think once it's cut, it rips quite easily. Oh, you see, it rips like that really nicely once you kind of cut into it. Let's do it this way. That worked well. Ah, what is with me today? Cutting everything up. So we could have that like that over the dictionary page, what's it called? Over the encyclopedia page. I do really quite like that. I'm hoping that it will glue with glue stick. That's what I'm hoping. So keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. And let's get this done. Let's get that down there. Hopefully we're on camera. Okay, and oh, let's go for it. Let's see if this will stick with glue. Guess we can but try, because we won't know till we try. And it'd be really nice because then on here will be something that reminds me of the flowers my daughter recently bought me, as well as the lined paper will remind me of this collage book. So it does look a bit streaky, but it should dry clear. That's what I'm hoping. gosh, hold on. I need to make sure they are matched up, seeing as I ripped it. Oh, that's gone down quite well. There is a slight streak, but it should dry clear. It's already starting to dry. Oh, I don't know what that looks like on there, but it looks so nice here. I'm so glad I used some of that. Super happy I used that. And then let's put Mr. Maybe tear a bit more here. I do want some of the black splatters. Let's put this cutie on. Don't want to cover up too much of that. So let's put this cutie. Cute little fox. This will be interesting. Normally, like I said, I Mod Podge. I find that easier. I know you can use glue stick, but it's being careful and making sure you get all the edge bits and that you don't rip and don't get any bubbles. So sometimes it's easier to actually glue the page, so let's do that as well. And then fix up bits as we go. Yeah. Oh. Foxes. I might end up Mod Podging this because I just know that I can seal all the edges, although that's gone down quite well. It's a little lift up there. There's the little fox. That bit's ripped, so let's just take that off, which is fine because we can see more of that beautiful flower underneath. So there's my little cutie patootie. And we have this. I wanted it up there, but I like that flower so much I might not have it up there. And it wouldn't, no, see, it wouldn't look like there. So we've got it there. I also have some of this greenery that I was thinking might go quite nicely. I mean, we're covering up the word fox then, aren't we? I could do it like that so we could still see the word fox. So let's do that, and then let's ink this a little bit just to grunge it up and discolour it a little bit. Like I'm not even being thingy. So yeah, we could have it like that. It goes down a bit. And then we've got the word fox that we could still see. So let's do that, guys. Oh, he's just so cute. Look at his face. I mean, I can't help it. I still adore foxes, even though they killed the last of our chickens a few years ago. But that's just nature, isn't it? That's what foxes do. And we'd been really lucky for years that our chickens, one of them had actually survived a fox attack. It was during the day, it was in the summer. And I always used to let my chickens roam out, especially if I was home. They'd just have free range of the garden and the back door would be open because they like to come in and out. And I don't know if this is on sticky stuff. And yeah, so I heard one of them, my favourite, my little Candice. I did not name her. Not that there's anything wrong with the name Candice. It's just that's not like... My children got to pick the names of our early chickens, and one was called Candice after Phineas and Ferb, which my boys were really into at the time. And I might black soot this one. And I heard Candice squawking, and I thought, what can that be? It's like bright daytime. Why is she making so much noise? And I went out and I found that a fox was in the garden, and it had tried to grab hold of her. But she had a very, very fluffy bum, I have to say. A super, I think this is sticky. Let's see. I was gifted these, so I don't know. Oh, no, I don't know if I like that, because now you can barely see it. Now you can barely see it. So I should have kept the back on, really. Yeah, I heard all this squawking. So I went out to investigate, only to discover, let's just put it on here, that, yeah, there was a fox in the garden, and it had tried to grab her, and her bum was so fluffy that it had grabbed hold of the bum, but actually pulled out most of the feathers. And then she was making lots of noise and standing in front of our other chicken at the time, which was River, named after another character that my boys liked. And it was quite funny because River, the breed of chicken she was super big. She looked more like a cockerel. And little Candice was a a Rhode Island Red. And she was half the size of River, but she was in front of River with half her tail feathers gone, squawking and shouting at this poor fox that looked absolutely starved. It really did not look well. And then it tried for her again, and she went for the fox, and I was out there by this time, and we managed to get her anyway. But you know, that's what foxes do. They eat chickens. We can't really have a go at the poor fox when it was hungry, obviously. It must have been hungry to come into a garden on a bright summer's day and try and get these chickens. Obviously, after that, we had to be very careful for a while, just in case it thought, oh, well, I can go back there and grab them. We had to be very careful for a while after that. But you know, she was a very brave chook, even though half her feathers were lying all over my garden. And it hadn't managed to bite her or anything, because we checked her all over. It had just tried to grab her feathers. And then she had been brave, let us know what was happening, and protected the other chicken at the same time, which I thought was super sweet. I mean, yeah. I did love Candice. It was very sad when we lost her, but that was due to a health thing. It wasn't due to another fox. And then we had River for about another 4 more years, and a couple of other chickens by that point. Don't want an orange or a brown, because the orange because of the fox. But I think that's too orangey. Quite like the brown. Yeah, we had a couple of other chickens by that point, so that River wasn't lonely when she lost Candice. And yeah, in the end, River was about 6 years old when, unfortunately, this time a fox was successful, but it wasn't during the day. So anyway, long story short, as they say, I didn't resent the fox, not even the one that ended up getting my beautiful River in the end, and the other last remaining chicken. Yeah, I didn't resent the fox, because that's nature. That's what foxes do. So we can't. That is the orange. No, I just don't like that orange. I'm going to use this one, which is a little Italian one, which is quite fun because I had an Italian one on the last page too. But yeah, can't really blame the fox. They're just doing what foxes do. So, anyway, I have a few other little bits and bobs. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do. I was supposed to put a crown on this fox, which I might still do. Only because if you watch... I might go over his little broken ear. If you watch 49 Dragonflies, I quite like it that way though, and his little ear can be showing. She absolutely loves putting crowns on some of her creations lately. And I just thought this might be a quite nice little homage to Barbara at 49 dragonflies. So where's my glue? So yeah, I wanted to put a little crown on him because yeah, I just did. And I had these silver ones. I think they were from an Anna Griffin, again, embellishment kit, and I had a couple left. I think I would have liked a gold one just because of the colours. Let's give him a little sideways crown. Look at his little crown. Doesn't stand out very well, so I'm wondering if I should use some black around it. Now we're supposed to be putting a name on here. Also really like this here. I was wondering, do I put another one here? Oh, do you know, I quite like that, so let's do it. Just here. I mean, it's a bit much for the crown, do you think? But yeah, foxes gonna be foxes. They can't help it. And if they're hungry, with people taking over more and more of what was their habitat to build houses, they are going to come into gardens looking for food. But yeah. Oh, your little ear needs to go down. Hold on. Hold on. Your little ear needs to be stuck down. Doing surgery. And repairing his already damaged ear. Does that look okay, guys? I'm just holding it up so I can look at it. Yeah, I quite like it. I quite like it. It's a bit busy, maybe. I don't know. I'm so glad I got this and the lines in the back. So, like I said, I did have this for a name, but I don't think, like, we're going to have a name on there. I'm wondering if I should just use some of my black pencil to just go around a few bits. And like the crown. I don't know. I could stamp his name down here, but that's on this shiny paper, so I don't know if it would work. Or write it along there, which is what I sometimes do. Could do that. Let's have a look. Have I got a pen that would work along there? I've got a pen. I don't know if it'd work on there. We could just write Felix along there or up his body. Yeah, I'm just going to write Felix. So then we've got the name bit as well. Just along there. So, there we go, guys. Let's have a look. Week 15. I think I am going to have to go around that because it's very... Oh, gosh. Ripped it. Ripped it. That's okay. That's okay. I can... tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some of this and then put that across there. And then that should fix that rip. Oh, gosh, the drama. The drama in this one. He's had his ear, his little ear ripped off. Now the page is ripped. But that's okay. That will solve that. Perfect. So, let's just pull that off. Yep. Fixed. The napkin will solve that problem. Okay, guys, so there we go. I hope you can see his little shiny crown. If I do it like that, you might be able to see it. It just picks up better like that. So let's have a look. We have a postmark or cancellation. Well, we've got postmarks on all of those. A text or quote. This is a quote here. lines. We've got the lined paper in the background, and we've got lines as part of the postmark. Encyclopedia, we've got it down here, and I managed to keep the word fox. And a piece of decorative napkin, my little cutie, and then bonus a name as across there, guys. So that is week 15. I hope you like it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below. Him with his jointy, jointy. You know what word I'm going for. His cute little crown. I'm going to use a few more bits up. And finally got to use that quote that I've been wanting to use. If you like what you see and want some more of this crafting chaos, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're safe. Hope you're having some crafty fun. Thank you for watching, and I will be back again soon, guys. Don't forget, all links are in the box down below. And as always, I love reading your comments. So, bye for now.